motor racing, the tradition, the personalities, the sport. Being a racing driver has just got to be one of the coolest jobs on earth. But what if the greatest of all time has never raced on track and is still living undiscovered at home? Virtual racing is absolutely huge, a world of vast talent, untapped and unrecognised. Until now. Wouldn't you like to know who the very best is? I know I would. So we've spent a year looking at the data, travelling the world, studying lap after lap. We've found 12 guys who we think are the world's fastest.
Today, we'll select the top 6 to stay in the competition.
Hi, Mika.
Cool, man.
You know it?
Yeah, good, very good. Are you going to join me there? Or?
Yeah, no, in a minute.
Yeah, here we have some world fastest gamers. How are you doing?
Moi.
Moi.
David.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Kiitoksia, hyvä.
Hi, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Aurelian, nice to meet you.
Hello.
Harry, nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi, I'm David.
Do I have to introduce myself or you know who I am?
Yeah.
I personally respect you a lot, guys, here, what you have done in your racing career, because it really needs a massive amount of practice. Talking about the Suzuka circuit, I love it. It's a fantastic track. 98, 99, I was racing there. In a final Grand Prix, I really needed to be winning a Grand Prix basically to get the championship, and it was the last Grand Prix. So you can imagine the pressure. You know, your hands are sweating and loads of people around you all the time. A lot of media, you know, and every time when you speak to mechanics, you can feel the tension around, and all the time you try to be really cool and chill out and relaxed. But inside this terrible feeling, you know. But it worked for me nicely. So I won a world championship a couple of times. I really wish you all the best, guys. Flat out, guys. Don't lift too much and have fun. Enjoy, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first World's Fastest Gamer competition. Today, 11 of the best gamers in the world will race for the best job in esports. Whoever can convince the coaches will become the simulated driver for the legendary McLaren Formula 1 team, helping them win championships. From the United Kingdom, in light blue, Harry Jacks and Isaac Grice in light green. From France, David Lagarde in pink and Aurélien Mallet in green. Similarly from Indianapolis, David Hoch in purple. From Mexico, the rookie Jordi Maldonado in orange. From the Netherlands, Visa Vegas E-Race champion Roy Beast in dark blue. Frank Schottorst in yellow. And iRacing qualifier Rudy van Buren in red. From Finland, five-time world champion Gregor Hutu in blue. And from Denmark, the surgeon Henrik Drew in magenta.
What we're looking at here is how we can take a gamer and make them a simulator driver. Gregor Hutu is pulling 4 seconds a lap here.
Checkered flag, what an astonishing race from Gregor Hutu. Rudy in the red car wants to make his mark. Bono, Visa Vegas E-Race champion, is now firmly at the back.
Right now, I wouldn't choose you.
I'm better than all those guys. You got to keep that inside.
Rudy and Bono, they are clearly in different race strategy.
Into turn 1, it's going to be close.
Yes!
And it's Bono who wins the race. What a masterclass from the young Dutchman. This is their last chance to prove themselves in front of the coaches before the first cut, when we select 6 to go through to the next stage of competition. Lights out, and it's a great start by Harry Jackson.
Great start from Isaac. We need to keep 6. How do we do this?
In the lead, Harry Jacks is holding on to P1, resisting continuous attacks from Isaac. Great defensive driving from the young Brit.
Who do I think can physically drive the sim? Who do I think will be able to learn and adapt quickest? Rudy, he would probably be my safest bet.
You've got your two you're sure about.
I think Isaac and Bono need to go to the next levels.
I want to take Harry Jacks, Gregor.
Gregor was very consistent in the first race.
So it's all down to Freck and Enric. I really like Enric. He's so intelligent and he's adapting so fast. It's really interesting.
He's still been quite a bit off.
And it's getting closer and closer in lap times.
Frick in yellow overtakes Rudy for P4.
Freck is, for me, in practice, he's always fastest.
I agree he's fast. He's too young.
He is.
He can't handle the pressure. He makes mistakes, silly mistakes.
Oh, Freak nearly loses it. He's really on the edge.
And on my testing, physically driving the sim, I think he'd be a gamble.
Freck is currently fastest on track, improving sector by sector. On Bono's tail, in the slipstream, goes to the inside. Wheel to wheel, this is flat out through 130R, and he takes the position up to P3. Impressive.
This is a crazy thing to say. We've got David in this competition who's 41. How old are you?
20.
You guys could be his kids.
Yeah,
so,
true.
And you're going to be working with engineers, you're going to be working with big teams. Do you think you got the maturity?
I think so. I don't think age has to matter that much. It really depends on every person. Every person is different. You see Max Verstappen, he's younger than me actually, and he's extremely professional.
That's a good point.
You know, he's performing at such a high level, so I think it is possible, yes.
It's another fastest lap for Freck, who's now closing the gap to Isaac in P2.
I think Freck's lining up Isaac.
You're different to most people in this competition because you come from a racing background. And am I right in saying one of your brothers has actually driven a Formula One car?
Yeah, correct.
Goes to the outside. Oh, this is not a passing place.
He's going for it, he's going for it now.
No, not yet.
Go, 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 go.
Even though I haven't driven a car in real life, I do know a lot about it. So I really know how it should feel, how a real racing driver communicates, for example, with the team and how they feel the car.
Isaac really has Freck piling on the pressure now.
He's on him. This is the lap. He's going to go for it into the chicane.
To the inside, nearly contact.
It's the chicane.
Great move.
So cross and centre.
What an incredible overtake for P2. And that classic chicane where so many titles have been decided. Freck shows what he's capable of.
Great move. Just get your head down and chase off Harry. No mistakes.
Freck is just like going for it.
He's chasing Harry down.
Freck fastest on track. He has to go to the outside of Harry Jacks into turn 1.
Yes,
Beautiful,
boy.
very good.
Look at that.
And he's done all the hard work now.
Yes, yeah.
All he needs to do is just nice and calm, no one in front of him.
This will be the test. Does he chase the lap time or does he manage
This
the
is
gap?
exactly what we've wanted to see from him.
He's still pushing. Even in first position, his pace is far better than the rest.
He doesn't need to push like that. He knows that Harry is slower. He knows that Harry was delaying. He was like, look, he opened like over a second in less than
Now,
one
he
lap.
should be monitoring
It's
this
just-
now.
It's just too much.
You know,
Already a small mistake there. And another one. Yeah, but he doesn't need that, no. Oh, no, no, no.
Oh no, Freak loses the back of the car, spins. And Harry, Bono, Rudy all go past him.
What did I say? One lap in the lead. One lap in the lead.
it was a silly mistake, you know, and this is what we need to work with him on.
We ask him to be consistent so we can have some data from him.
Yeah.
Bono in the dark blue attacks Harry Jacks for P1. And he makes it stick round the outside. Yet again, it's clever driving from Bono, always patiently waiting. reading the race and only striking at the right time. Back in fourth, Freck has to be kicking himself.
I've been really impressed with Freck in this race. I know he made that silly mistake, but he's proved that he can do it.
Is that what you want in a team? A guy that is always and constantly making mistakes?
No, he won't though. He needs nurturing. Well, I think when we put him in a proper sim with some feedback.
If we put him in sim.
Isaac, we have a pretty good idea about 5 of the gamers.
We have a couple of doubts on 2
of them.
So guys, what I would do, I think you should maybe go see Oliver. He's in the simulator, and he obviously knows exactly what it takes to be successful. So I'd maybe have a conversation with him.
Okay.
Undeterred by his last error, Freck is right on the limit again. Oh, wow, passes Rudy for P3. Freck gets superb traction out the last turn, better momentum down the straight, has the inside line and takes Harry Jack to P2. It is a great comeback from Freck, now to hunt down his fellow countryman Bono.
We need to
these 4 are you definitely.
Yeah. And then it says basically, I think, between Henrik and Freck.
Riding with Henrik in P7, the Danish Gear Club gamer kept out of trouble in Brazil and is gaining experience every lap of this competition. This race is certainly his most consistent, improving from that early incident with Maldonado. Henrik is getting onto the pace now of his rivals.
He's a surgeon. He qualified on the iPad.
Yeah.
He's not familiar with any of the platforms, I think, but he knows what he's doing.
What do you think?
It's tricky though.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, someone said to me, this might surprise you, that you're the favourite for this.
I'm the favourite.
Now, everyone else has said you're absolutely not the favourite. You're going to be the first one to go because you haven't really raced against these guys. You've never raced a simulator. I mean, in a way, the race bays remind me of an operating theatre, somewhere you're used to being. Very clean, very clinical.
Yeah. Currently, I'm specializing in the field of radiology. The moves, the judgments you take, they have consequences. You need to be focused all the time.
You're clearly very, very intelligent guy, so you qualified on an iPad.
I downloaded the Gear Club around 5 days before the qualification started. I was able to not only win, but also to shatter the competition, winning by almost 5 seconds. So the things I lack, I can gain that. So I have everything to prove and not that much to lose when it comes to the simulator driving.
Freck is really putting the hammer down, closing in again on Bono. He is determined to win this race.
He's just chase.
Always trying to go too much.
He's the one I think's, could be really fast, but...
Out of the final turn, too much trouble, he's pushed it again! The rear breaks traction, and it's another unprovoked mistake. What a never-ending nightmare for the Dutchman.
I think he makes mistakes because he's got nothing to interpret apart from visual. So I think if you put him in something with some feedback, he'd be much better.
Okay, these two, yeah.
Decision made then. You happy?
Happy.
Okay.
Bono Huis is the winner, with Harry Jacks in second, Rudy Van Buren in third, and Gregor Hutu in fourth spot.
You've made it through. Congratulations. Good job.
Nice to hear. Congratulations. You're on top 6.
Congratulations. Made it through to the top 6. Good job.
Thank you. You're up. Next level, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. I deserve
it. You did deserve
Thank you. You will be in the race. Congratulations.
Okay.
That's awesome. Made it through. Well Thank you very much.
Well done, Harry.
Thank you.
Well done.
That's awesome.
Great shot, Horst. A distant 5th in the end. At times in this race, you might have thought he confirmed his spot in the final 6. But I fear those 2 crashes in the race may have cost him. He'll need a miracle to progress.
You've caused me a lot of problems over the last few days.
We've been assessing you since you got here, and you are one of our favorites. You have everything McLaren needs.
So we need a chat.
You top scored in all MIT tests. You adapt very fast to everything. It's just the speed that is missing.
But congratulations, you've
Really?
made it through. Good job.
Thanks a lot.
You owe
well
me.
done.
Don't
I
let
definitely
me,
do.
Don't let me down.
I won't.
Good news is that we love you.
That also counts.
And I want you back next year. Practice a bit more in the simulator and come back because you are exactly what we need here.
I'm glad hearing that.
Really good job, boys. You should be proud. This is Oliver Turvey. He's McLaren test driver and also simulator driver. One of you is going to work with him.
Yeah, congratulations guys for reaching the final 6. I'm really looking forward to see you all in the simulator. Seeing how you adapt to that environment and use your skills to see who can really contribute the most to helping the Formula 1 team next season. This is now the final process to select the final 2 to go on to win the world's fastest gamer.
So what we're going to do is we'll do 3 laps of motion, get you out, chat to the guys, then back in for 3 laps of motion. Cool? So if you go through that start sequence, which is clutch in, up to first. So we'll give you 3 laps like this, and then I'll come back to you as you go across the start-finish line.
Yeah, progressive, consistent.
You see that he's quite good at controlling the oversteer, and you know, I think he's building up each lap, and looks like he's using the motions as well. So it'd be interesting to get his feedback.
On your first lap, you tried a few things and you realized it didn't work and you changed, like short shifting from turn 1 to turn 2. Did you try the DRS?
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear the revs go up straight away. Also, when you release it, 41, you get there and
That's your second run in red compared to the first run in blue, and your brake pressure is seen in turn 1 is already 20% higher, so it was good.
So I think we've got enough data to go away and have a look at. So top job, well done. And we'll see you later on.
Well done.
Thank you, good one.
Yeah, well done.
Thank you.
Good job.
Let's use Rudy as a benchmark.
I think he's definitely the reference at the minute.
Yeah. This is unexpected, to be honest.
No, really unexpected.
Look at his throttle train. He's taking 4 attempts to exit each corner.
Maybe it's warming his feet.
Yeah. I don't think there's enough ink in that pen, is there?
I need to change pen and all. Right now, you're just using too much gaming technique.
Yeah. I think it takes time to get used to the motion platform.
I'm not sure I agree with your technique. You try to find the grip and the feel in the car by using the steering wheel and moving the steering wheel around, which in a gaming world may give you the result that you want. Here, it's not working.
So far as a gamer, I assume you've done a lot independently. Now this is the first time you get 4 guys all kind of giving you feedback and information that's...
You know, I've learned a lot more in this 1 week than I have in 5-6 years of doing gaming. You have such a limited time frame to improve everything. It's impossible to take everything on board.
No, exactly.
So go and win Le Mans.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. I think Bono is clearly, for me, the top contender for this World Fastest Gamer competition. Is the strongest guy mentally.
Yeah.
So he's taking 2 attempts at braking for turn 1.
He doesn't have any feel on the throttle.
Yeah. It's.
I think he stabs to get the car to do something.
Rotate.
Yeah, to like.
I think they tried to use it to rotate the car, didn't they?
In the game, he's so smooth.
He doesn't make mistakes in the game at all, does he?
Do you think this is his learning process? He's just used to provoking the game to begin with, and then reins it back in.
I'm a little bit disappointed, if I'm honest. I was expecting a lot more. Gons has a lot to answer for. What happened to your coaching skills, Gons?
Well, let's wait a bit more.
Okay.
In the end, yes, he did a good lap, but much more inconsistent.
Yeah.
The interesting thing for us is that, well, you had your first go, you had a few issues, you came out, we gave you some feedback, and you did improve. You can't imagine how much you annoyed me yesterday when you were doing the perfect race in Suzuka. You got to the lead, and the first thing you did was open a massive gap and spin. That was stupid.
I know you had a conversation with Mika Hakkinen yesterday, and he's, one of my idols when I was growing up. He's a guy with a lot of experience. Really listen to what he had to say, take that on board, and really apply that now.
Take a seat. I joined the McLaren 93. So I go to Portugal in Estoril, the first qualification against Ayrton Senna, 3 times world champion. So I out-qualified him. And everybody was wondering, wow, who is this Finnish guy? And I was cool. I said, it's normal. I don't come here to be a second. I'm here to become first.
47.8.
7.8. Better than Rudy. It's the best second lap of the day and the best third lap of the day.
Everything is fine. Then we start the race, and the last corner went a little bit wide. The car touched that one. It flew in the air, landed, crashed on a wall.
Oh, no, look,
Around he goes.
You can't do this kind of thing.
Very disappointed. I think it was a pressure on me to show to everybody in the whole world that I can beat Ayrton Senna.
You seem to be very tense in the car, so just try and relax a little bit, and you'll find you'll go faster.
Stop being the good cop here. You proved us already that you can be fast. You never finish a race. No. It's time for you to show us that you can be fast without making mistakes. Okay?
When I made a mistake in Estoril in '93, and Ayrton Senna was disappearing in the distance, my dad or mother didn't come here and said, Mika, don't worry, it's fine. I went there to see the mechanics and I told them I made a mistake. And you have to be really hard on yourself and analyze how I can be better next time.
He's just nervous. I mean, he's got all the cameras around.
He's concentrating hard, I guess.
It's very impressive.
Pressure environment.
Oh, that's it, 46. Oh. This is it.
That's it.
Gons, that's faster than the factory McLaren driver on the sim after 6 laps.
But somebody had to be really hard on you to build you up.
I cannot believe that.
I mean, he didn't listen to a word I said, but if you cannot, he's quick.
No, he's
and
not.
He's driven faster than the GT McLaren sim driver. And he's done 6 laps.
Great to talk to you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
It will come together. It will come together.
Well done. You didn't listen to a word I said, but
I'm not happy with the run either.
You proved us that you have the speed. You have 24 hours to prove us that you have the consistency.